Hey boys, Dingo from the future here. Just want to remind you I stream on Twitch every single day. Here's the link, here's the deck, and without further ado, let's get to the gameplay. Can I keep this? I'm gonna keep this. I don't think it's gonna work out very well for me, but I'm gonna try it. The audacity of Canada. Unbelievable. You're on Grixis scam, gotcha. My opponent said, what the dog doing? I said, keeping a one-lander. How does Izzet scam? We have slip out the back. So when we scam something, it comes into play, and then we slip it, and it gets a +1/+1 counter. Hell yeah, I'm keeping a one-lander. My opponent said I'm bad at the game, so thanks for making it even. I mean, I gotta keep it fair, right? I gotta handicap myself by keeping incredibly poor lands. Oh. Yeah, phasing it out cancels the evoke sacrifice. I mean, I got double scam at least. So my opponent's never casting anything. That's a creature anyways. If they're playing creativity, it looks like they are playing creativity, then I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. It's over. Holy moly. Thank you, you're such a banger. This list has 2 Essence Flux and 4 Slip out the back, because phasing does work. I probably should have just subtletied that. Yeah, I should have subtletied that. Start attacking them. That was a mistake. Well, let's see what they have. We got some time here. But yeah, I should have probably pitched Be the Force or something. Yeah, I think I say no. Yeah, I should have subtletied that. 10-6. You're a problem. I hope you don't take out anything good like Grief. Oh, you took out Grief? What's up, Bunny? I, totally misplayed this game. Should have subtletied that first Teferi and just been attacking him this entire time. See if they don't have another Teferi or something in the like. Sucks that I have to pitch gas this. Honestly, for a second, I forgot Subtlety would also hit Planeswalkers, so that was my bad. I have 5 cards in hand still. And I get an Iteration. Imagine the opponent's hand's full of removal. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Definitely should have subtletied the Teferi instead of spell piercing it. Now I think this deck is awful too. But it's a scam deck, so it's in my right to play it. It's the law. I have to play anything that scams. Oh, I have to do this now. I have to. Yeah, the blue blink spells are not good. Also, Subtlety's not good. Subtlety's the worst elemental for a reason. Why Dingo Trip? Alright. I guess I'm gonna kill all these tokens. I feel like we severely mismanaged our resources this game, and we are going to die for it as soon as they hardcast this Archon. Like you might be slipping out the back. Like, how the fuck am I gonna beat this? I have to subtlety it, and then they're gonna put it on top, and they're gonna cast it again next turn. This is why subtlety's just awful. So bad. Yep, surprise, surprise. They put it on top. I'm scooping. Okay. Get out of my deck. We'll take the Orvars, the explosives. Probably cut some Ledger Shredders. Cut an Unholy Heat. I guess Unholy Heat's probably better than a Bolt. Let's try it like that. Yeah, it's scams, or yeah, it's a scam. This one seems like it's a scam. I don't know if we're going to play a deck today that doesn't seem like a scam for ourselves. Maybe this Bring the Light Scapeshift deck will be good. I have to double, triple check the mana base though. Because I see a non-mountain Triome in here, which I don't think you can play. I'm going to do a mountain count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mountains. Tripping. I'm getting this list from Twitter.com. Nah, I don't side out Ragavans against creativity. If I'm on the play, if I'm on the draw, I will. On the play, I think they're still good against creativity. Ragavan just won me the game. I won on turn 2. Crazy. What a card. Even if they like red and 6 ping, it's like, sure. Ping in my Ragster. Expressive Iteration. I'm gonna send both of them. Is it scam or is it not scam? That is the question. Slip it and then pass the turn. Yuri's phased out until my next upkeep. That's actually kind of nice though. It phases out until your next turn, so you just like aren't vulnerable to sorcery speed removal for at least a turn. I think our opponent's in trouble. I also get to iterate here for removal. Going to 11. Fairy. Bounce. And I have won the game. Alright. Yeah, I can't bounce that Fury though. Casual turn 4 kill. See, when you don't play Subtlety and just play Fury, deck's great. When you have a bunch of shitty Subtleties in the hand, deck doesn't look so good. Subtlety has its matchups, and this is not one of them. I should side out Ragavan, but I really don't want to bring in anything else, really. I could bring in a couple Flusterstorms. Yeah, I'll bring in 2 Flusters for 2 Ragavans. Yeah, Ragavan connected, I won the game. It's significantly worse on the draw, though, because they have Ren and 6. I wish Subtlety was literal Time Walk. Remanufacture Fiction? Let me go look at the spoilers. What did I miss? I see a lot of commander cards. A hell of a lot of commander cards. Lash of Balrog? I didn't even see this card. Lash of Balrog. We're gonna mull. We're gonna mull. Alright, I'll keep this in against my better judgment. Why did I make this card a sorcery? So Lash of Balrog is a 1 black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 4, destroy target creature. If that was an instant, it would be 10 times better. We'll talk about some spoilers after this match. I didn't even see Lash of Balrog. Sauron's Ransom. Alright, let's look at this real quick. Choose an opponent. Excuse me. 1 blue-black. Choose an opponent. They look at the top 4 cards of your library and separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Put 1 pile in your hand, put the other pile in the graveyard. The ring tempts you. Good card. And it's an instant. That's a very good card. I agree. It does look dope in Anvil. Very. How good of a card would you be if you were a card and then Dorks is not even standard playable? Oof. Daggers. I'd be an anti-card. Just banned and everything. Yeah, I saw the new Balrog. Is it even worth it? Yeah, it'll probably incentivize them to creativity. Hopefully I get them to creativity. Tara, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome back for the 5 months. I appreciate ya. Tev. Am I gonna murder that Tev? I think I'm gonna murder that Tev. They don't have Leyline Binding up right now. I don't think they're gonna have a removal spell for Fury with 1 mana. Bolt's not gonna do it. They don't play Unholy Heat typically. I drew Bolt. I'm gonna murder the Teferi. Yeah, they could have Murderous Cut, I suppose. That one would get me pretty good. And I need you to creativity for 1. So I can bolt the token, and then you spell pierce me, and then I drop an Orvar into play. Fable. The hell? It's not creativity for 1. Yeah, it's a lot better against white removal, that's for sure. Just like Leyline Binding, and you can phase it out. I do enjoy that part. Yeah, that's fine. Please play into my cards. I need you to so I can win. I don't think it's worth getting rid of Orvar. Now I have a lot of QPs, so I decided not to enter the prelim. Also want to play some like extra jank today. Yeah, I'm post-limbed. How many QPs do I have? I got 266. Yeah, I'm gonna play your Gruul deck, Bob. Alright, calm down. I will, even though it got like no votes on the poll yesterday. I'm gonna complain about it the entire time. Can I take out the Wall of Roots? The Wall of Roots seems so bad. Can I spell like Birds of Paradise? I'm just so not sold on Wall of Roots. If we use Caps Lock in chat, you'll play our pet deck? Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Stock John. Chat, type your pet deck in all caps in chat. Alright, I hope that was enough to incentivize them to cast creativity. Wall of Roots, best card in Modern? Oh my fuck. Alright, fine, we'll play Wall of Roots. Hey, Softnum. Good afternoon. Amulet Titan's your pet deck? I think you know somebody. Searing Blaze is the best card. Burn Aficionados. Murktide doesn't count as a pet deck. I don't know. I guess you could have Murktide as a pet deck. This Orvar looks awful right now. I'm just gonna lose this to Fairy. I have no way of dealing with these Planeswalkers. Random Realmbreaker minuses to regrowth. But this card apparently deals 1 damage to any target. Why? Good card design. EE for 2, 3, and 6. What am I gonna do about this Teferi? That's a problem. I think if the Teferi weren't here, they're gonna bounce that. Yeah, it's not good for me. Flame Blitz. Wish I had a Flame Blitz right now. Name a more iconic duo than Twitter decks and not having enough lands. This deck is playing 19 lands. When in reality, it should be like 21. I think I'm just going to start putting like 2 more lands in every deck I play. How small my opponent's board is, yeah. Opponent's got a lot going on over there. And I don't. I got nothing going on. Yeah, he probably did. I agree with him. I think a lot of people play too few lands. Like that 4-color deck that won the challenge the other day. Playing 22 lands, that was so crazy to me. How could you play 3 5-drops and 22 lands? It was more than 3 5-drops, but like I think it was a total of like 9 5-drops. Obviously, you could pitch the Solitudes and whatnot, but still. So few lands. I'm dying the mediocre beats. Well, traditional Murktide has like more card selection, right? Like Consider. This deck has no card selection. We have EI and that's it. Oh, here lies Dingo. Deceased. So I have 12% of casting a Fury. Probably of having the lands and drawing the card. Mana assumes you hit your land drops and you can cast it on curve. 28% to cast a Fury. Not great. I'm not doing nothing. I could probably just go Ledger Shredder Bolt. Get my connives going. Could play another creature I could Subtlety it, but I have Hardcast Subtlety next turn. And Counterspell. Alright, 3 turn. Oh, it's not doing much over there. Now that I killed their one and only creature. I just get to Time Walk them. See, this is Time Walk. I have to sit down and read through it. Subtlety OP against Infect. You have the resolve to loot away a Fury against Infect, yeah. I mean, it was red at the time, I think, but it didn't feel great. I just didn't have another red card, and I was not going to cast it anytime soon. I could have drawn a red card, though. So maybe I should have, like, been the land or the Subtlety instead. It's just bad against Inkmoth Nexus, also. I want against Infect. I guess Blood Moon. Probably 2 explosives. Less Force of Negations. Yeah, let's try like that. Oh, 61. Alright, 61 it is. 61 card special, no lands. I would assume the CMC of pitch elementals could be like considered half of what they actually are. So maybe Fury's 2.5, because half the time you're pitching it and half the time you're actually hardcasting it or something. I actually think I'm going to bend the bird here. I think you hardcast quite a bit in Scam. Maybe it's like half rounded down, so Fury's like 2. Oh, we're in trouble. Hey, Coleman. Good afternoon. Yeah, binding's like 1 or 2. Yeah, pump spells opponent. Ooh. A spell pierce and a bunch of lands. Alright. I guess we're staying alive. Spell pierce should be good against anything that's on scale up here. Or Might of Old Corrosive. I'm gonna crack this Islet. Never mind. Maybe I Otawara this Glistener Elf at end step and then draw with my Islet on untap. When's the mirror scam? Oh man, I played that one time. It was not good. I think I played like every scam color combination. Alright, well, this changes now. It's gotta be up there. No, I didn't brew this. I found this on Twitter. Somebody 5-0'd with it. Yeah, this deck seems pretty awful. I agree. Yo, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful stream. This is my 1-1 subtlety. My 1-1 subtlety will go the distance. Oh, that seemed like a good draw. The old slip out the back. It's kind of funny because I can slip out their creature also. Sure. It looks sweet. Yeah, not good, but sweet. Is this the Murktide Mirror? Is this Living In? It's the Murktide Mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the bolt on this thing. Another consider. Spins Heat draws random cards. They're gonna be at 5 cards after this Bobble Trigger resolves. I'll be at 7. Yeah, everybody's black on blue-red. They're like, wait a minute. Blue-red does well against creativity? Sign me up. I was gonna say, there's no way they counterspell that, right? Like, that'd be such a spew to counterspell it. I saw this deck on Twitter, but it's from the 5-0 dumps. I think I'm gonna be patient with my Ledger Shredder here. Just continue holding up counterspell. Sure. Yeah, EI is a hell of a card. It's like EI and Ragavan pretty much can carry most shells. So I get it. I definitely understand. Power of EI and other red cards. They're good. They're good for a reason. No lands over there, huh? I guess I'm gonna go Bird. I have a bad time against Murktide if they have a Murktide here. Not a Murktide? Please? It's a Murktide. Ah, Subtlety right on time. Yep. I'll take the damage for now. Go to 6, fetch an island, Subtlety this. I'm gonna have to start chump blocking every turn after this. I can attack him for 5. I haven't had any wildfires here, so air's fine for now. I mean, California is also much more south than New York, right? And on the other side of Canada. So we're not being affected by the wildfires. But California will get its own wildfires soon enough. I need some help here. Alright. More conniving. I don't think Counterspell is going to be very good. I have one card left in hand. Got a chump. Definitely need something good off the top. I am in California. Yeah. Doesn't exist until his controller's next turn. I think I have to take the slip here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could do. I don't think so. Yeah, Fog that grows their creatures, sign me up. I'm gonna attack with both here. And I'm gonna upkeep, slip out the back the Smirktide and hope it's good enough. Probably my only hope of winning this game. This isn't good enough, then probably doomed anyways. Alright, well, it's not good enough. I think Subtlety can actually be okay in this matchup. Do we want more Seasoned Pyros? It makes sense. And the card's good with Aether Flux, or Essence Flux, not Aether Flux. Yeah, sometimes you draw them. I cut it down to 1 because I wanted to play Spell Pierce. I think not playing Spell Pierce is like kind of throwing. Spell Pierce is so good right now. I think Spell Pierce might be one of the best cards in the format, just in general. It's so well positioned at the moment. Yeah, because it counters Searing Blaze precisely. Yeah, actually blanking the elementals is kind of nice. I'm just gonna murder this. Die. You will die. Because it doesn't give it a +1/+1 counter, so the Fury still dies to Bolt. I think the +1/+1 counter is like infinitely valuable. I think the Goryo scam deck that did well recently. I haven't seen it. You have a link to it, I'll take a look. Unless you mean the 4-color one with Fable. Like the Esper Reanimator Fable deck that won the Mox. But I wouldn't really count that as a scam deck. The Sultai scam deck and Legacy, Mangu's deck. I actually want to try it, but I don't have any motivation to play Legacy. So, I did see it on Twitter. Looked cool. I think the Goryo, Ephemerate, Fable, Reanimator deck, I think it's kind of weak against a lot of the meta, but it was a good meta call for the Mox. I don't want to die turn 1 against Reanimator. Reanimator is like the least of my problems with Legacy. It's still Initiative that I hate the most. Even though it's like, oh, but it's nerfed now, Dingo. It's like, I just don't want to play against the Initiative mechanic ever again. I think the Initiative mechanic was one of the least fun things I've ever played against in a format. I don't think this deck is very good. I'm inclined to say no. Should you get for dinner? Good question. Burrito? It's a good answer. Well, my other problem with Legacy is that it's not supported by Wizards at all. It's not like Pioneer, Modern, or even Standard that's in the Pro Tour. It's part of like any competitive circuit. Legacy's just, they were just waiting for Legacy to die. There's also like a reason for me to have no motivation to play the format. I think the people that enjoy Legacy are going to continue playing Legacy, but it's not really going to get any new players from here on out. It's definitely gonna be a tough sell to get people in the legacy. Yeah, it's just like super inaccessible. I'm gonna lose this Murktide. There's some cool cards people want to play with in Constructed that pushes them into Legacy, like Minskimbu. Minskimbu is also like the type of card design that makes me not want to play Legacy, just because it does so much for so little. It does like, oh man, it's such a pushed card. I understand wanting to play Legacy. Like, I think if I had to pick a card that makes me want to play Legacy, it's like Comet the Stellar Pup. As soon as Comet the Stellar Pup goes back on Magic Online, I'll probably play a little bit of Legacy. I love that card. Big Dredge is fun. When I played Legacy, when I at least tried to like get into Legacy, I played a lot of Reanimator, which is it was fun, but like to an extent, playing a Force of Will check deck that can very easily high roll, not really my style either. I think I probably picked a bad deck choice to go into Legacy with initially, which probably also like killed my enjoyment for the format a little bit. But I think the rest of the cards killed my enjoyment more. As the scam guy, well, this format doesn't have Force of Will. Reanimator is a good deck. I just didn't enjoy playing it. But I tried a couple other Legacy decks too, and I just don't think there's a deck I really enjoy in that format. Nisa. Maybe I should have held up Counterspell here, but I kind of valued hitting my land drop for the turn. If they like replay Nissa, then I'm just gonna bolt it. And they really go to crack their fetch. Yeah, exactly. I feel pretty much the same way about it. Where it's like if you own the cards, I'm sure it's a blast. If you don't own the cards, it's mad inaccessible. See the Celestia combo mill deck that 5-0'd? Was it the Safi Eric's Daughter plus Renegade Rallier deck? The deck's been around for forever. It was just never great. Were you playing it? I thought I saw you playing it. Unless that was the Fever Dream. Might have been. I'm not having a very good time right now. EJ! Is your favorite deck Subtlety Tribal? The first training day since I've sprained my back weeks ago. Gotta say, I missed it so much. Nice. Sorry to hear that you sprained your back. Hopefully, you feel better. Big Subtlety guy. Gotta hate Subtlety. I'm a small Subtlety guy. Don't care for the card. Don't care for not having red mana either. First time playing. You're playing Legacy for the first time this week and you're excited? Best of luck. Take it back. Sorry, bro. It's not my forte. Yeah, what are you gonna play? It's cool. Creativity is hard to win you. What does that mean? Like creativity is hard to win with or hard to beat? Hard to win my heart? True. I dislike creativity also. I think I spell pierce this. Hard to lose all the counters up, yeah. For sure. Creativity is a great deck. Alright, well that spell pierce got 3 cards from them. It's kinda hype. I'll take my 3 for 1 and be content with it. I guess it was 3 for 2. I'll still take it. Yay, hammer. Me too. Any other new Lord of the Rings cards piqued your interest? Not really. I think most of them suck, unfortunately. And it seems like a commander set that's just incidentally legal in Modern. They obviously made it with Modern in mind, but they, like, really didn't make any cards for Modern. An attempt to kill Omnath and kill Teferi here. Why did I have a dream that Fury got banned? You quit Magic and DT through a 4-day subathon in celebration of its banning. Now that checks out. That wasn't a dream. That's about to happen in August. I think Modern just needs new cards. Just give us cool new cards. But overall, I'm pretty disappointed with the set. My opponent just didn't fetch. My opponent just gave up. I defeated them morally. It's time to triple down. Put another 50 on Modern Horizons 3. I just don't understand why Baleful Strix isn't in the format. Give me like Pernicious Deed, Baleful Strix, like, I don't know. They could add cool cards in the Modern. Or cards that are new and similar in power level to cards like Baleful Strix and Pernicious Deed. But Baleful Strix at home sucks. It's getting forced. I think Pernicious Deed would be fine in Modern. Give Jun a little bit of a boost. No, I'm not talking about unbanning cards. Every time I have this discussion, it always devolves into unban a bunch of cards, which is not what I'm saying. Jund is so good, though. Are we playing the same Modern format? Hold up. Maybe we're not playing the same Modern format. This is not good. Actually, don't know what I'm going to get rid of here. They've been to Fury. Yeah, I figured you were joking. Jund's so good. So good at going 3-2. If I start talking about Deathrise Shaman, it's going to devolve into, is Deathrise Shaman any better than Ragavan? And I think the answer is no. I don't think Deathrise Shaman is that much better than Ragavan. That's what I want to say, but I also haven't played with Deathrise Shaman a ton, so... Yeah, I probably shouldn't have played Otawara. Never punished, though. They gave us Diabolic Intent. Think of all the possibilities with Diabolic Intent. Yeah, nothing matters, Jeremy. Have you been to the stream before? Of course nothing matters. Last card in hand is Seasoned Pyro. Three card types? Excellent. Excellent. Thought I had freaking Delirium. I'm gonna die to a Fury. On needs Mystic Remora. I don't even know what that card does. That's Tarmogoyf. The thing about 4 or 5 color decks that makes it like completely unpunishable is like even if you Blood Moon them, Fable just does so much work. Subtlety's probably good, I just hate it. I just hate Subtlety. Every time I cast a Subtlety, I lose the game. I don't even know if they're playing Scam, if they're playing Jund. I imagine they're playing Scam. Everyone thought he's seeing Fable and creativity such a feel bad moment. Yep, I agree. But yeah, like I don't think Modern's gonna change for a long time. I don't think Lord of the Rings is gonna do anything. I think we'll see a reflection. My prediction for the Modern Pro Tour post Lord of the Rings is that there's gonna be like maybe we see like 3 new cards. That's it. And I think it's gonna be the blue-red command and the 1-mana counterspell and maybe the blue-black Fact or Fiction. Other than that, I don't see a lot being played in the new format. The quote-unquote new format. Stop 2 days. There's still some more spoilers that haven't been spoiled, right? But so far, that's my prediction. I don't imagine there's gonna be like... I was so sad when they revealed the rare Golem, and the rare Golem was a 2-mana card instead of a 1-mana card, being a 2/1. Whack. They should have made that a 1 CMC card. But it seems to me like they played the set very, very safe for Modern, because they were like, oh shoot, we got a ton of backlash from Modern Horizons. We got to rectify this by making a very underpowered set instead. And it's like, no, I don't think that's the case. Because if you make a very underpowered set, then it does nothing to, help out the current meta. Man, Simple, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I'm in the middle of ranting, so came at a great time. Colligan's command. Continue the rant. It's not a super productive rant. I'm just talking about the power level of Lord of the Rings and how I don't think it stacks up to most of the things they got going on right now. Just feels to me like they played it super safe because they didn't want to make Modern Horizons 3, which is like understandable, but they could have put a few powerful cards in there. Yeah, but if they're going to make a whole Modern Pro Tour around the theme of Lord of the Rings, you'd think they at least put like 1 or 2 powerful cards in there. The 1-mana anti-scam artifact, I must not have seen that yet. I haven't caught up with today's spoilers. So far, I haven't seen anything impressive. It looks like it would be a Pioneer set. Because I think they printed like a lot of banger cards for Pioneer that aren't legal in Pioneer. Yeah, I agree. Everything feels like it's like 1 mana too expensive. You can play Dress Down on this list. It's also another way of scamming out things. I'm just like so devastated that Golem is 2 mana and not 1 mana. That was like the card I was looking forward to the most. I'm just gonna bolt this. Whenever an opponent creature dies, it exiles it instead, and 2 colorless activate and sack. Target player exiles the graveyard, draw a card. Seems like it's decent against Yawgmoth. It's like a 1 mana artifact, Leyline of the Void. That's cool. Probably fine against Scam. Smeagol. I think having a 3 mana 4/2 is like not where you want to be in Modern. But it's an interesting card for sure. Put Ragavan on the bottom. 4 mana 2/4 is a tough sell. Yeah, if it's a 1 mana colorless artifact, it's going to be a good sideboard card for Urza Saga decks for sure. You got a point there. It's going to take this damage, I think. Not sure I want to flash in the Subtlety. Alright, that's today's spoiler. I think I saw that briefly on Twitter, but I didn't read it. I saw somebody talking about it anyways. I think I'm losing this race. I might have to Subtlety here. I think Orcish Bowmasters is going to be little to no play in Modern. But it's one of the best cards for Legacy I've seen in a long time. I think I'm just going to race them by flashing this other Subtlety and see what they have. Seems like they have nothing. 3-mana Smeagol's good for one-shot killing Belcher. I don't remember the text on the card exactly now. It's pretty funny if it just murders Belcher. Yeah, card's great with Brainstorm. 100% Common. The fantastic addition for Legacy. It's gonna murder Delver. Murdering Delver in DRC is like such a quality of life improvement for Legacy. Evidently my opponents are on Pure Jund and not Scam. I thought they were playing Scam, so we're gonna cut the Hearses and bring in the Blood Moons. I think after this league's over, we're gonna look at some spoilers from today. I need to catch myself up. I was going to take the night to write a Patreon update about Lord of the Rings and what it does for Scam, which I think is pretty much nothing. But I'll do another, like, scan of the set, double check. I remember when Grief was hella expensive. Then people were playing, like, those black-white soup decks with Grief Ephemerate, and they ended up not being very good. I did see Slip on the Ring. 2 CMC Ephemerate. Probably not necessary when we have 1 CMC Ephemerate. Could play 8 Ephemerates. That's true. You got Fury for about 4 euros each. When I first read Fury, I thought Fury sucked. I was like, why would this card be good? This card does not seem... Why doesn't it go face, is what I thought when I read it. The Ego from the Past was very foolish. How to be mono black with Scam, the Coffers deck? You don't. The Coffers deck destroys Scam. Yes, you can beat it, it's just incredibly difficult. You have to, like, curve out perfectly. Not an easy matchup. Coffers crushes mid-range decks, which is what Scam is. That's all Coffers is there to prey upon, is like creativity and mid-range decks, which is honestly not a bad place to be. No, I never played with Pyrokinesis. That was before my time. Love it when the iteration draws me another iteration. This is Izzet Scam. I don't think it's very good, but here we are, playing for the 3-2. Roxa. My life points. This is a banger. Certified banger. I started playing Magic in 2013. Four or 5, huh? Force of Will is only really good in formats where things are unfair. Not necessarily. I'd be inclined to disagree with that because Force of Will is a card where you don't have to do for one yourself if you don't need to. It still is hard casted, which comes up quite often. Maelstrom Pulse Besage. It's like the reason why the Elementals are good. I could say, oh, the Elementals aren't good in a fair matchup because I have to do for one myself to use them. It's like, no, not really, because you just have the option of hard casting them. There's nothing in Modern that's fair. That's not true. I think there's a lot of fair things in Modern. Burgtide's a fair deck. Spyro tokens. Might have to Subtlety this Kroxa, pitching a Subtlety. New Bofa deck is super fair too. Eyes failed Spanish, what's Bofa? Which are the Dimir Factor Fiction cards in the Izzet command? I think I still have. Sauron's Ransom is the Dimir Factor Fiction, which is that card, and then I don't remember what the Izzet command was called. I'm sure somebody in chat knows. I'm not gonna know card names for a while. Especially when they're called, like, Expelliarmus of Drageldorf. And I'm not not really a Lord of the Rings nerd, so... This is why Inquisition is terrible in Modern.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!